Good afternoon, my fellow human. Today, we're going to talk about what's been going on in church again. So, yesterday, I did a video about Dr. Tony Evans, and he stepped down from his church and he said he committed a sin and he's no longer going to be preaching at his church. And then I got a comment from a very immature Christian who told me that that Dr. Tony Evans, he doesn't have to answer to anybody. And this person told me to worry about myself. He told me to worry about my own backyard. And he said that he was a lifetime follower of Jesus Christ. And so this was a person who was a fan of Dr. Tony Evans, and he didn't want me talking about Dr. Tony Evans. But Dr. Tony Evans is a public figure. He's a public figure, and I responded to this person, and I said, when you're a pastor, when you're a shepherd over the flock, when you're a spiritual leader, and when you make a horrible mistake, you do have people to answer to, because this pastor's sin affect the lives of many other people. So yes, Dr. Tony Evans, he has to be accountable to other people. He is a public figure. He's a public leader. He made a huge mistake and he stepped down from church. This is going to affect other Christians, and this is going to cause some Christians to stop going to church. And church attendance is already on the decline. And these mega church pastors, a lot of them are the leading cause of why church attendance is dropping. So yes, when a public figure does something wrong, yes, the public figure has to be accountable. So some Christian people, not all of them, some Christian people, they are just so crazy about their pastor. They put them on a pedestal, and when their pastor make a mistake, some people say, oh, well, you got to forgive them, you got to move on, don't talk about the man of God, it's okay if he who cast the first stone he's probably doing worse than you if you're going to cast the first stone. Now, this is not about casting the first stone. This is about me talking about the leading cause of church attendance dropping, okay? So moving on to something new, something newer, but Robert Morris, he's a different pastor of a mega church in Texas. And Robert Morris, he did the unthinkable. Now, in this case, what he did was probably worse than what Dr. Tony Evans did. Dr. Tony Evans said he did not commit a crime. He said he committed a sin. And I think I know what that sin is, and a lot of other people know what it is. So it's going to come out later. It's going to come out later. Now, Robert Morris, we all know what he did. His elders put out a statement, and his victims spoke out. So what Robert Morris did was he did something illegal to a 12-year-old girl. Now, I don't know how he was able to be alone in a room with a 12-year-old girl. Like, where was her parents? This 12-year-old girl needed protection from this pastor. But anyways, years ago, when Robert Morris, when he was a young adult, when he was in his early 20s, he touched and kissed in AP a 12-year-old girl. And I just really feel bad for her because she was 12 and Robert Morris was a young adult when he first did this to her. And he kept doing this to this girl over and over again over a period of 7 years. And I'm thinking to myself, what the heck? We can all learn a lesson from this. And the lesson that we can all learn is that just because a man is a pastor does not mean that it's safe for children to be with him. So we can all think about that. we all need to think, never leave your child alone with a pastor or anyone else you don't know, okay? Just don't even leave your kid alone with a priest. You can't trust these people. We just need to just get honest with ourselves and get honest, and we need to say, you know what, a lot of these Christian adults are extremely sexual and extremely unhealthy sexual, and what the heck? It really, really bothers me that he was able to have a long time with this 12-year-old girl, and gosh, that bothers me so much. And yes, a lot of people are going to be leaving his church, and a lot of people are going to be leaving church in general. So, and here's another thing: Robert Morris, he was also a spiritual advisor to Donald Trump. And Donald Trump, he's another predator. But Donald Trump, he was a predator to adult women. And we already know what Donald Trump did to the porn star. Yeah, he cheated on his wife with a porn star. And we had Robert Morris. Robert Morris was Donald Trump's spiritual advisor, one of the spiritual advisors. So what a mess, what a mess. Christianity is looking really messy right now. It really is. People just really need to get themselves together on that. But I also need to say this: not all Christians are the same. There are some Christians who are very honest and very nice and wonderful. I could be friends with a very nice Christian who's not judgmental, who's not touching children. I could be friends with a good Christian. But there's a lot of evil Christians out here who are turning people away from the church. And it's like the saddest thing ever. So that's just my little video I want to put out there. Just be mindful. Watch your kids. Keep an eye on your kids. If your kids have to go to youth group, make sure that they're with a friend. Like, do the buddy system. Make sure your kid is never alone with an adult, especially an adult you don't know. Even a youth group leader, make sure they're not alone with a Christian adult. Even if the Christian adult says, "Come with me in the closet so we can pray." No. No, that's some Bill Gothard crap. And if you don't know who Bill Gothard is, Bill Gothard, he's a man, he's a former Christian leader. Well, he got kicked out of his leadership position. But he used to ask girls to come in his office to pray with him. And he would do inappropriate things to them. So a lot of people try to hide behind prayer to do bad things to kids, and a lot of people try to hide behind the Bible to do bad things to kids. So what I'm saying is, protect your children. Just remember that just because a person is a pastor or a youth pastor or the assistant pastor or the Sunday school teacher, make sure your child is not alone with those people, because some of those people, they're like sheep. They try to be like sheep in wolves' clothing. A lot of people are lying. A lot of people are not who they say they are. This pastor issue thing is going too far. Like, first it was T.D. Jakes, then it was Dr. Tony Evans, and now it's Robert Morris. Absolutely ridiculous. And but before that, there's been other pastors who've been just really misbehaving. So, but my point is, I'm saying just look out for your children, and don't trust these pastors, these mega church pastors. Some of them have serious problems, some of them don't. But just because a person is a pastor, that doesn't mean your children are safe with them. That's my point. All right, so I will talk to you later. Goodbye.